Lisa Kennedy Montgomery, better known as Kennedy, is not your typical cable news host, having come to the opinion game after hosting a late-night alternative rock program at MTV. She has a new primetime show on the Fox Business Network, and I sat down with her in New York. Kennedy, welcome.
Thank you so much.
What's with the one name? Are you that famous?
No, I have too many names. They had to pare it down. It's like peeling carrots. Eventually they got to the nub and just kept Kennedy.
All right, you've been quoted as saying yelling at people is kind of boring TV, but doesn't that go against the very essence of cable news?
I guess it does, but every once in a while you have to tweak those paradigms. And it's fun to have conversations with people you totally disagree with. And actually my senior producer...
And not get interrupted when you're trying to make a point and finish a sentence?
I try to not interrupt, but sometimes I get so excited I can't help it. So that's something I really personally try and work on. But my senior producer will get in my ear because we wear these devices called IFBs where we can hear what people are saying if we interrupt people too much. And if I am getting too angry, he'll go, honey badger, and that's our code that I need to back off and learn to smile again.
You that you should get more angry?
I'm sure he would.
Take it up a notch.
He hasn't. We haven't met that scenario yet where he tells me to go for the kill early, but.
You worked at MTV. Did that experience help you at Fox News?
Yeah, I think all of my experiences have certainly helped. And MTV was great because I learned a lot about being a spontaneous performer and reacting to situations quickly. You know, and it's obviously very different when you're in music and pop culture reacting to stuff. You're mostly reacting to humorous situations, but you know, in breaking news, you have to kind of go into the same part of your brain where you're able to be in the moment and, you know, actively listen so you can respond effectively.
So your show is sort of built around debating your libertarian views, and you basically, I mean, to boil it down, want to kind of keep government out of our lives or less intrusive in our lives. So would that mean? I
mean, I actually like to put it in a more positive sense. I love freedom. I love it. You know, and I am relentlessly optimistic that we can pursue our individual freedoms in a way that benefits everybody. Just stay out of my stuff, don't hurt me, and I'll do the same with you, and then we can party when we choose.
Does that mean you're pro-choice, you're pro-gay marriage?
I am pro-gay marriage, and I actually am a pro-life libertarian. I think that you know.
What does that mean exactly?
Babies and fetuses are sacred, and I haven't seen a solid moral argument for abortion. I hope fewer people have abortions. I don't think it's my say to tell people when to make reproductive decisions necessarily, but I am philosophically very much pro-life.
Are you not a big fan of Democrats, for example?
I'm not a big fan of statism. I don't necessarily go by party. I'm a political independent, and there are Democrats, believe it or not, who are part of the Liberty Caucus on Capitol Hill, who have some interesting ideas about limiting government. I don't like making the federal government bigger. I don't like making it more intrusive. I don't like more regulations.
And some of that has happened under the Republican administration.
There is no doubt about it, which is why I'm an independent, because it's hard to tell at this point which party wants to spend more money.
Since so much of the political debate and so much of the media debate and so much of the way that cable news segments are booked is right, left, Democrat, Republican, strategist or consultant, whatever you want to call it, are you a bit of a square peg, round hole?
Sometimes, but I guess, you know, in my personal life and professionally, I've always been kind of a misfit, and that's where I've always been more comfortable. It wouldn't be authentic or right for me to adopt a convenient set of beliefs from either side, and, you know, I've just...
So you are celebrating your misfit status.
Yeah, I think...
You are wearing it proudly.
I would vacation on the island of misfit toys and probably be very comfortable in my round bed. So
I've been reading some early reviews of your Fox Business show, and it says, seems like it's designed to be young and hip and appeal to millennial viewers.
Yeah, I'm a cranky old lady, so that's really nice. I think, you know, people who consumed music when I was at MTV in the 90s are now at the point where I'm at. You know, we have kids, we're paying taxes, my husband's a small business owner, our lives change and evolve, and you're going to seek comfortable news. You know, you don't necessarily want the Brian Williams with the fancy hair and the expensive suit. You know, a little bit of familiarity and having someone who understands your context and how you like to consume things, I think it makes sense.
Let me just say, based on our brief professional relationship, you don't seem cranky to me at all.
Oh, you're very sweet.
Kennedy, thanks for sitting down with us here in New York.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.